to sharpen, Eric, if you need. Or Daniel, if you need. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I'm sorry, Daniel. But I have sharpeners around there somewhere. Number 4, letter A was just rewriting?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Letter B, infinity diverges. Number 16, final answer, it converges to negative ln of 2. Or, how could you rewrite it? Bring up the negative 1 as a power. It could be ln of 1/2.
How can I get minus ln of 2?
What is ln of infinity over infinity? That's my question.
Well, no, plugging in negative 2, that'd be negative 4 over negative 2 is positive 2. That's that one. And then this one, it's basically, well, I would have thought degree tests. Degree test, degrees are tied, so the limit of the inside. Remember compositions, you don't have to do the ln. You can do this first and say, oh, hey, the limit is 1. What's ln of 1? 0. Yeah, it was a baby degree test in here in the fraction 1. Ln of 1 is 0, so 0 minus ln of 2. Got it. Or the negative can become a power. Ln of 1/2 is an AP thing to do. Does that make sense? But degree test. Degree test. Degrees are tied, ratio leading coefficients 1, ln of 1 is 0.
Where did the 2 go?
Oh, no. The 2, remember, is inconsequential, because when you do degree test, you take the highest degrees only.
Oh, no, I was talking about at the beginning, because I pulled out my 2 at the beginning. Never mind. She had 2 over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they did partial fractions, including the 2. So your partial fractions could be a little bit different with the 2 outside. I wonder how that would be. Because if you had done the partial, well, I can look at it. If you pulled the 2 out.
I did partial fractions and I pulled out the 2, but I still have the same thing that they do, so.
Oh, so it turned out okay?
Yeah, I'm just crossing out the 2 different.
Oh, I bet you would have gotten the 2 and like a 1/2, and then when the 2 came in, it was just a 1, something like that. Oh. Where did your 2 go?
I don't know, I think I just made a math.
Maybe when you did your partial fractions, maybe you were working with the 2 and not realizing it? Because if you plugged in 0, 1 over... Yeah, because then this can come on back in. I think you double did the 2. Yeah. Like you pulled it out, but you also did it in the partial fraction, so you used it twice. Are we okay? Partial fractions could have been where some of you guys got mixed up, because you might not have known how to integrate. Without partial fractions, it would have been rough. And guys, why was there division? Good. LM properties subtraction. Good. Okay, number 24 and 36. 24 ended up diverging because you had an infinite limit. Because of, not this one, the first one, b going to negative infinity, would have actually popped the e down. I'm pretty sure this one just ends up being 0. Or no, constant, because that would have been 1/2 minus 0. But this one ends up going to infinity. So you have a, like 1/2 plus infinity is infinity, hence diverging. And then number 36, you're headed towards a vertical asymptote of 4, which is why they had to go ahead and replace with b again. The antiderivative wasn't too bad. You just had to do a u sub, and with your u, you had a du of a -1, which is why a negative came. And then the negative 1/2 power turned into a positive 1/2 power times 2. All of that was antiderivative with the power rule with u sub. And then as you plug and chug, some of you guys, once again, you don't like this 4 from below, but remember, just try to plug in. And if you're coming from below 3.9, 3.99, don't worry about the number, just like, does it exist? Yeah, it exists. It's okay to be coming from below, it just can't come from above or else it's imaginary. But coming from below, just plug in 4, which is how we got 0, and then plug in 0 and you get, oh, because it's minus. Minus the negative 4 is 4, yeah. Hannah.
So for 36,
Yeah.
when you're doing one-sided limits,
Yeah.
and it's like
Okay, yeah. So would you just plug in a
Yeah.
little bit before and a little bit after?
Well, I just say plug in the formula, because if it works, that should be the answer. And if you want, you can, after you've plugged in, that gives you like your theoretical numeric value. Then I just said, like, double check that I'm allowed to be coming from this direction, 3.9, 3.99.
If you're allowed to use your graphing calculator, you just graph it and
Look from below. Yeah, just, for me, it's hard to be coming from below on a graph and know exactly what value, but you could be using like the trace or the value button and plugging in 3.9, 3.99. Yeah, that's okay.
you're allowed to use our calculators tomorrow.
I'm trying to think if there's a reason to. I mean, besides checking limits, which isn't technically supposed to be on there. Bring it, but I'm going to tell you probably not. But I'll look. And if it's something where to speed up the process, because we do have Spiritual Life Week, because I need to be looking if I need to make it shorter also. If it's something where numerically, as far as the numbers you're dealing with, if it'll make it faster, I'll let you, but just be careful because checking limits will slow you down. Does that make sense? If I happen to let you. But I'll look, Hannah, and see if I need to let you guys to speed things up. Okay, you guys were talking through your homework. Do you have any odds or evens? Evens, you want further clarification, or odds that you and your groups weren't able to? 17. 19. Let's start there, and then we'll move further if we need to. 17 and 19, they sound like they're probably pretty similar. They're both going to infinity, but their integrands are very different, huh? I see them both, though, as integration by parts. Do you guys agree? Okay. So with 17 and 19, I'll do 17 up here and 19 over there. Can I just go for it? You guys cool with that? Okay. You guys made X your U, right?
Yeah, I did, what's that called?
Oh, tabular method?
Yeah, it was only like 3.
That makes sense because your X is gone, right?
Yeah.
And then did you get -1/2 e to the... Be careful of your U sub because that's a lot of...
Yeah.
There we go. So I have limit as b goes to infinity of... Let's see, so I'm at my -1. X e to the -2x minus a negative, which would be plus 1/2. So then, solving that integral, which I can do. Okay, I'm going to make this easier on my brain, okay? -x over 2e to the 2x, because that's a negative power. And then minus, because then I'm going to have another -1/2, so I'm going to have a 1/4 e to the -2x, so 1 over 4 e to the 2x, I believe. Does that look right?
Yes.
Okay. Then, to be honest, I would have pulled out. Well, I guess you can just go for it too. I was thinking it'd be better if we could just put it all together. So if I just multiply this guy by a quick 2 over 2, right? Then I can put it together and get my -2b. Can I go straight to plugging in? Over 4e to the 2b minus... Well, minus negatives will be plus, right? 2 times 1 plus 1 all over 4e to the 2 times 1. Because minus the negatives change into plus. I'm just going to cheat because I know exponential is stronger than linear. Is that okay? Degree test. So then that guy's just going to 0. And I would end up with 3 over 4e squared. But double check me because you guys were the ones who were checking it out. You could have done a L'Hopital's because that would be a constant over an exponential bottom wins. I saw the exponential winning as I did a degree test in my head. But I think the common denominator really did make the difference. Because one single fraction you can deal with degree tests as opposed to plussing and minusing. It would have been rough if you had tried to keep it separate. The other way of doing it is that you could have pulled out the 1 over e to the 2x. That might have also done something similar, but Justin, yeah, common denominator, I think, all the way. Is that okay? Okay. Number 19. Just pretend. There we go. Also integration by parts. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to go straight integration by parts if that's okay. So why am I making ln of x my u? I can't integrate ln of x without its own integration by parts, so I don't want them to be dv. So I know it's weird because we just said x is the u. Well, yeah, but no, liate, logarithm comes first. So u is equal to ln. I get my 1 over x dx. I get my, sorry, that's a v, 1/2 x squared. But, huh? Oh, no, I didn't hear what you said. That's just going to be x over x. That's going to be a 1/2 times x, right? 1/4 x squared?
Yeah.
I'm doing this from
Is it called Crazy 7?
Lucky 7.
Lucky 7. She said Loopy 7.
Well, loop, it doesn't happen, but. Okay. So I'm guessing the hard part wasn't taking the limit.
Yeah.
Well, honestly,
The ln.
I just assumed it was infinity.
I think I would have taken out my x squared. That's going to be a constant. That's going to be infinity times infinity. So infinity minus constant. Does it diverge?
So if it's infinity, it's diverged.
Yes. Yes.
If it's like actual number, like 17.
Which is also helpful for test tomorrow, section 9.1, because with sequences,
Not series. Wow, that was so
same thing. Because you're just looking at the formula for the a sub n. If it's infinite or can't make up its mind, not zero, not towards zero, diverge.
Should we memorize the special thing? What do you call it?
Special converging sequences,
Yeah, should we know those? Or are you doing
I would. Well, just because some of the limits might involve, yeah, it's forever endeavor. I mean, theoretically, we should have had a forever endeavor quiz, but I think that was our only one, so I kind of just threw it on there.
Can I show you what I did specifically?
Yeah, let me see if there's another question get on the screen. Is there anything else you guys want to see besides 17 and 19?
39.
39. Okay, can we start collaborating in groups on the test review and see if we can help each other on anything? If you got stuck anywhere? Okay, I'm just kidding. 39 is right there.
So this one, once I got here, I just got confused.
So you guys keep talking about the review. I'll just play. You know what? I'm just going to solve my integral. Do we? There's open house on Friday. No, I knew it was at 1, but they're making the entire school half day?
Wait, I thought it was already a half day because of open house. So I guess this is
Half day on Friday.
yeah.
I'm just checking because I didn't realize.
I feel like they would do that because it's like.
No, I feel like they would too. I'm just surprised that I didn't notice that.
Well, I was gonna leave early either way, so it's like.
Yeah, well, so was I, but it makes it easier. Huh.
So is that the explicit or the implicit?
Wow, I'll check on that, guys.
Is that one I can
Surprised it doesn't show on the calendar, but I'll look on Where Weekly. And it would make sense. It would definitely make sense. I was actually hoping they would, but.
Wait, if you're doing given, do you happen to, like, are you just not doing?
I'm not doing bounds because I'm just going to go back to these. Yeah.
But what about the other part of integration by parts of B and DB? Do you just like disregard that?
Well, I didn't need integration by parts. So I started, but I realized. Yeah. Yeah. But if I had just had tangent inverse, I would have been needing. Yeah. 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 But someone else was asking too, so I'm just still going.
I asked Deacon if she was ready for the test tomorrow. She said, no, I'm not. Laughing face. Okay.
Tell her Riley's taking it on Wednesday anyway, and maybe Eric too.
She asked me to tell her.
No, I did. Tangent inverse of 0 is 0. For those of you guys looking at number 39, some of the girls were already talking about it. Tangent inverse is actually one of our basic graphs that we added in towards AP review last year. Tangent inverse has asymptotes like tangent does, just they're horizontal instead of vertical. And so the graph makes the difference. Tangent inverse will approach pi over 2. So therefore, no. Sorry, 4 pi, I believe, should be the right answer. You guys can double check me, but I'm pretty sure. That's good. I'm getting ready to go towards the test review. If there's not something else from 9.4 that anyone wants me to touch on. For those of you guys that haven't started the test review, it is in Google Classroom. That's where I'm going now, the assignment as well as the book pages. So I'm just skipping over there if you guys don't mind. Closing out your textbook. Yeah.
If there's a special limit on the test tomorrow, do we have to show work?
If it's the one of the special converging, go straight to it. But remember, sometimes, like in section 9.2, is that when we did it? You need to rewrite before using the special limit. Does that make sense? I'm available. You guys can keep working in your groups, but if there's something on the review you want me to address now, I'm ready. Okay. I'm here. I'm available. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one's nasty. Good, Naomi.
But it works because it's X going to. That doesn't even look like an N. Oh, 13. I still have to do 2, 3, and 4.
Next up, like what's that?
Negative 1/2, 3/5. Yeah, and that's the one I was going through. But I got negative 20.
Naomi, I'm thinking common denominators.
Okay. Oh.
So multiplying each one by the other. Does that make sense? Because otherwise I have an indeterminate, but I don't have a top-bottom for L'Hopital's. Does that kind of make sense?
We don't know the difference.
Now I can do my L'Hopital's. I'm going to come up here, though, because I'm going to run out of room. You're okay, kid. You're okay.
Oh, no, they give you these.
I'm going to have to do product rule on the bottom.
Yeah, but like it's asking for
Oh, for the first 4, yeah.
Then I'm just rewriting.
No, I think they count. I think 8 1.
Naomi, which one makes more sense in your head? Getting a common denominator and then like multiplying by the reciprocal, or multiplying top and bottom by x to get rid of all my complexy stuff? Okay. I'm just going to rewrite it then to make it a little better. Which one? I don't think so. I need to look at the review and see exactly what you're talking about. Sorry.
Is it on like it's on the AP or?
Hold on. My brain's focused, but I'll come back. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to go again. Ah, and see? There's hope. Because now it's not a 0. Anyway, I have to keep going. Product rule. So I did product rule again. Second D first plus first D second. ln of 1 is 0. Got it. So once I did derivative of the top, I did product rule bottom. That went away. And then plugged in. ln of 1 is 0. But that's just 1. 1 plus 1, 2. I got it. 14. Let me peek at the problems you're talking about, though. Which ones are the explicit, implicit before I go to 14?
like 1 and 2. I mean, I think she's talking about 2. Number 3, you have to make it explicit. Whole time negative 3.
tomorrow, a focus of the test will not be making your own a sub n formulas, but it could make some problems easier if you knew arithmetic, geometric, just basic, how to jump ahead to the 20th or the 40th. Does that make sense? Okay, but I'm not going to like have you list a rule. And theoretically, I mean, with multiple choice, you guys know you can go backwards, forwards, etc., right? Like figure out the pattern. Okay. So that there's some creativity as to how you do some of these problems if it's multiple choice, which the majority of the test, if not all of it is.
Are we going to give partial credit or no?
Yeah. I'll look at work. I saw a question on 14, so I'm going to go peek at that one. If anybody wants a picture of 17, it is a kind of nasty Lopi towels, but it's going to be gone in a couple seconds. It's on the video, but if someone wants a picture of 17, yeah, feel free to grab it. You can throw it in the group chat, Arlene, if you want. But, okay. Anybody else taking one? No. Okay, number 14, right, Riley? This is one of these good old-fashioned e to the, well, not e to the, exponential, I should say. Check out your special converging sequences.
I like really forgot all about mine.
They're nice.
Okay, so it's literally just.
I think it's e cubed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's e to the whatever's in that little spot. Yeah. For those of you guys that haven't been hearing people talking about it, the Forever Endeavor card with the special converging sequences, let me go straight there, which is so much easier than writing it out, taking ln of both sides and doing the big old process we did in class. Use those rules tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. Is it falling asleep?
One time I was on a plane and I fell asleep and I was doing that in my sleep.
And you were what?
I was doing that in my sleep.
Were you by strangers? Please tell me yes.
No. I was by, it was like a class trip or something and they were like,
They were laughing. Are we comparing? Faster, slower? Who'd you put on top? Yeah. But just rewriting. Because those are inverses of each other. Do you think about it? Because a log is a log is a log. Like it's going to be stretched, etc., but still ultimately. I can still say it's going to infinity. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't finish my conclusion. Infinity. So, well, think, if you're doing tests, infinity means top wins. So top wins text is fast. In that section, the only weird thing is efficiency, because efficiency, you want the slowest, the smallest, the least. But everything else, you're looking for fastest. So infinity tells me top wins, aka he's faster and he's slower. Because greater magnitude, lower magnitude. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have to do our top and bottom, kid. But did you think tangent inverse? Yeah. Good. So I could do 1 over A, tan inverse of U over A. So I'm going to have the limit as A goes to negative infinity of from a to 0. B goes to positive infinity from 0 to b. I'm just picking 0 because, I don't know, it's easier. So I can do tangent inverse of 0 is 0, which makes life nice.
So, are both of these geometric?
Minus 0 again. Think of your tangent inverse graph again. Positive infinity is going to pi over 2. Negative infinity is going to negative pi over 2. So negative infinity positive infinity. I think. What does it say? Here, sorry, I can check it in Google Classroom. That was number 48? What? What did I do wrong? Did I do a U sub wrong?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Oh.
It was 2.
Oh, no, that was my bad. I plugged him in wrong. My bad. I plugged him in wrong. Top bound. 0 minus tangent inverse of a over 4. Minus a negative. I flipped my bounds. I don't know why. So top should have been first. That should have been second. So it's minus a negative pi over 2. Me too. Me too. I'm here after school if you guys need me. Period 7 if you guys need me. On the video if you need it. 48.
Oh, yeah.
Bring your calculators just in case. Homework spirals, notes. We'll be all right. Special converging sequences, examples.